everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to my YouTube. I'm sorry I'm a little late getting this up, but this is the recap of the 90-day tell-all, honey. Let's unpack. Okay, so I wanted to give you something special. So it's like almost Halloween, so I did like a little Halloween beat. It's like purple under eyeshadow, gold lines, honey. I'm trying to give you a little something. Maybe I'm giving you a little purple greenish highlighter. Maybe. Huh. She was feeling it. So this tell-all features longtime host Sean Let's Take a Look Robinson. And she looks like she has the world's best life with just like hosting these tell-alls and doing what looks like 3 hours of Pilates a day. I mean, she is tight. Did you see those arms? Hoo-wee! So hi. So the way that the tell-all is broken down is that every American sits down with host Sean Robinson individually, and then there's just like a free-for-all buffet at the end. We start with Paul, who is newly married to Karine and just got off his shift at Chick-fil-A. I mean, what are you wearing? Man, person. Then we get to see Karine, honey. She has a bob. She looks so cute. It's such a good hairdo. She has like a really mature lip on. Get it, Karine? So it's all going great for them. I mean, who knew? They were just gonna fall in love and everything was gonna turn out fine. Just kidding, they're still fighting. Of course they are. Because Paul is still insane and somehow Karine just keeps forgetting that. It's like Groundhog Day for her. She like knows he's crazy. She went, amnesia or something. Then we are treated to more of Paul's mom, Mary. So there Paul is surrounded by his two favorite women. The two women who he keeps locks of their hair in his backpack. And by the way, that's the only second creepiest thing he says on this tell-all. I mean, who is this man? I'll tell you who Paul is. He is like a young, broke Robert Durst. Honey, instead of Jinx Monsoon, he's Jinx Alone. The other thing about this tell-all room is that it honestly looks like a design home game. Like, anyone play home design? I'm obsessed with home design. Anyway, so then Sean asks Mary, what would you like to say to Karine? And Mary says, hola. 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 Tito. Hola. Tito. Honey, she's Julie Andrews going up that scale as a bunch of Austrian kids look on. Anyway, this mother is talking and Karine is pulling faces. She's like... So then we find out that Paul, despite his like very cushy job where he can just make money and leave anytime he wants, has no money in fact, and not at all, and can't even afford to have Karine come over on his dime. He would have to have a sponsor for Karine because as we've learned, America itself isn't dumb. Even if these people are, America itself is like, no, we're not going to just take you in unless so many people say, we'll just pay for you because we're not going to go on welfare. You know, thank God. So anyway, God bless. So Paul lets it be known that he would have to ask for a sponsor, and Mary's on that phone, honey, and Mary's like, well, everything that happens through family is through father. Whatever father wants, that's what family does. So then Sean Robinson's like, all right, Paul, are you going to ask your dad? And Paul's like, I mean, I would have to, but I haven't yet, and it's because he doesn't agree with the whole situation. That's why you never see him. So... rock in a hard place, this whole relationship. Also between a rock and a hard place. Sounds like the perfect place to bury a body. So then comes a bombshell which we knew, which is that Karine is, oh my God, pregnant again! But honey, Mary knew. You knew that Mary knew. Mary knew that already. Mary had no reaction. She was as confirmed that Karine was pregnant as if an angel had come down from heaven itself and told her the news. Mom? Mary? Oh, who's that? It's me, your son. I'm Archangel Paul. Archangel Paul? I don't remember an Archangel Paul. Yep. That's one of us. I mean, that's what happened. So anyway, Karine is pregnant, but it's gonna be chill and be really cool about it. And also, your son is great and give him more money. Also, can you talk Dad into sponsoring Karine and Paul? Also, can you make pancakes tomorrow? Okay, I'm gonna go back to bed. Okay, so here's my question, besides thank you so much for letting me play that out. Like, when did Karine get pregnant? Did Paul go back and get her pregnant? Is this the traitor? What's happening? Right after she lost that baby, like, he left, right? So, was he mailing her a packet of Cetaphil? You know? Across the sea, did he send some seed? And, you know? Sean's like, well, what do you think, Mary? Mary's like, I don't know what to think. And then Sean's like, okay, Mary, thank you very much. That won't give you nothing. And then Sean asks Paul, like, if he's excited to go back, and he's like, well, we have a baby on the way. But, ... Almost to be like, so you'd think I'd be excited, but I'm not. But then he goes, unprompted, that he's going to have Karine take a DNA test for that baby. You have married. You hate women. Because you hate your mom. Because your mom, you feel smothered by your mom, but you can't get away. And so you play that out with every woman. Maybe you see how your dad treats your mom. I don't know. This is very real, but I hate this. Okay, back to this recapping a show. So the reason why that he wants the DNA test is because of messages on her phone and because she goes out late at night. Thank God at this point, Karine just seems over it. She's just like, you're gonna say that about me, your wife, on national TV in front of all of these people, this whole world? You're gonna accuse me, now that I'm your wife, you're still gonna accuse me of that? What? And yeah, he is. I mean, hello. Once, twice, 3 times an asshole. Get it, Karine, through your head. He's never going to trust you. He's a horrible person. Wake up. Yeah, thankfully, and then she's finally like, yeah, I don't even want to come to America. I don't want my visa to be approved. Why would I want to come to this place with this hell minion who keeps accusing me of sleeping around? I'm not into it. I'm going to take this cute-ass hair, honey, and I'm going to take myself on the road. La calle. Actually, I don't know how to say that in Portuguese. The street. I'm going to take myself out. I sold all those dumbass stuffed animals you kept buying me. Altogether, I got $1 by myself. Pack of gum. Then Paul like lifts up his voice. Oh, Karine, I love you. Oh, Karine, I love you so much, sweetheart. She won't say I love you, thank God. That just ends. Angela's up next. And honey, Angela's back in America and she's never leaving it again. Which, you know, probably with the legal issues she has, she probably can't leave her county. I'm surprised she's here. I think this tell-all was taped prior to the DUI, maybe, and prior to the Scotty sitch. So, because it was not brought up at all. None of the controversies were about Ricky, none of it. So you find out Michael did not take the money, it was the ATM that took the money, and like, yeah, he's not gonna blow that whole situation for $600. And then Sean's like, Angela, do you trust Michael? I got 99% trust and the other 1% he's paying hell for. And then Sean's like, how do you feel about that, Michael? When I get to America, I will complete the 1%. I feel great. You know, it's a new level in life. Like when you play Mario Brothers and you get to a new level, you get a new life. That's exactly how I'm going to make America great with Donald Trump and Angela. My life is going to be great in Georgia. And Angela like has to open up about her insecurity and body image. I wish we didn't have to talk about this because it's boring. She's like, yeah, obviously. Thanks for, yeah, I had those problems and those things. I think about them. And it just, you know, gets her in her negative space, which she was so happy with before. It's like TLC had scripted this or something, you know. Because then they go to a scene off the cutting room floor. And they say, it's like, they set it up where they're going to be like, oh, this is like B-roll of like what Michael's friends thought of Angela, and you're like, you immediately see David, you're like, oh my god, more David, yay! But it's not more David, it's like Michael talking about Angela and how in his culture they respect their elders, and he respects Angela because she is his elder. You know, maybe it's that thing where it's like there's like a council of elders like in like the village or whatever, and they like judicate over like conflicts, like civil matters, and like sometimes play matchmaker, you know, to like the young people, and like, you know, if he had to like go through something to get that scar, like, you know, maybe that was something that happened or something. I don't know how that, I have no idea what I'm talking about, you know, like I am ignorant, but I'm just saying, like, is that, could that be it? I have no idea. You tell me. In which case, that sounds great, Angela. You're like well respected, wise. Those people are wise usually, filled with life experience, insight. So he's like, in Africa and Nigeria, we respect our elders. So I respect. What the hell, Michael? Fuck you. I'm not your elder. You just pissed me off. Did you really say that? Did you really say that, Michael? How could you say that? Do you? Are you laughing at me? You better not be laughing at me, Michael. And then Michael's face literally, and I mean, goes like this. I don't even know if I can do it justice. And then she's like, Michael, then how about this? Fuck you. I'm out. She gets up, she storms off. The producer's like, come back, Angela. She's like, pissed, wants to smoke every cigarette in the world. Yes, all the butts that are in the sea, take them out. She'll smoke the filters. So then Sean asks, why did you say that she was an elder? Because she is older than me. So that is why. So then Angela comes back. Sean like hugs her, like comforts her, sits Angela down. Angela then is like, oh, we lost Michael. Yeah, we lost him. He's not here. Then once Angela's calmed down, guess whose connection suddenly reappears? I'm nothing to play with, I'm telling you. So, you know, Michael's just like, but baby, please, Angela, I'm so sorry. Please, baby. No. No. Michael, I'm sick of you. I don't care what shit about you anymore. I'm done with you did to me. Nope. And then Sean's like, does the age diff bother you? I don't care about physical appearance. That's not what she said. No, she said, does the age diff bother you? And you should have said no. And then he said, physical appearance, as if Sean had been like, the fact that she's fat bother you or something. And that's exactly what Angela heard, and that is why Angela was like, oh, never again. I'm over it. No, can't, won't, stop. Like Miley, can't stop, won't stop. Not stopping. Because she really has an aha moment here, where she is just like, wow. He just changed the whole history of our future. He just changed the whole history of their future. Here's the thing, I'm not making fun of that line. Truly, that is a great line. That is, I wrote it down. Any writer that watched the show did as well. That is genius. He changed the whole history of our future is perfect. It's a perfect line for a character such as Angela to say, I'm sorry, please, please, please. I say things I don't mean because I don't mean the things I say. I'm not mean and I say things, you know? And like I said, I'm still learning, no? Remember when you taught me about not taking blowjobs for payment? I learned. I don't take blowjobs for payment. I take hand jobs. I'm not here to teach you, Michael. I done told you 1,000,000 times if I gotta teach you a relationship, you best go find somebody else. So, I mean, it ends with them not being engaged, and it ran the gamut from A to Z, honey, in one segment, and that's good TV. And look, I don't know what Trump and her are going to do for America, but I do know that she made this season great. So then we're on to Rachel. I mean, let's be short segment. So, like, Sean's just like, hey, Rachel, and she sits down. They get, John on the thing, and John's drinking his tea, as he always is, like, hello. Here's the thing. John needs things in his hands so that he doesn't punch. So, like, the ring is on one hand, and if a tea mug is in the other, then, like, it's going to be harder to, like, get a fight in. So, God bless. Do whatever works. That's self-care. I think it's a little weird. He starts to say some suspect things, like, he's changed his whole sleep schedules to be on the same schedule as Rachel and the baby Lucy to, like, talk to them. But it's like he now has an excuse to go to bed at 5 a.m. I want to be like, no, you should just get a job, a really good job, and so you'd have to work during normal hours. Okay? That's what you should do. You don't need to be, like, 24/7 talking to someone. You still have, like, at least 5 hours of talking to someone, like, in the morning or at night. Weird thing number one. But there's more. He then's talking to Sean. Then he gets mad at some hypothetical person in his mind who says that, like, real men don't raise other people's babies. Which I guess, listen, probably was like a troll or angry comments he got on the internet. But it's like, we are literally having a conversation, and we've seen your history of getting in fights and having convictions and having that be a storyline. Like, maybe like, today, etga adma. I don't know how to put, no, I can't do it. I'm above all those men that say that. I'm better than them. I'm a big man. All those beta males are dumb, and I'm 100% man. It's like, Rachel's like, ha ha ha, he's a rare breed. I hope it's okay. Turns out okay for me. Then, like, he doesn't want to talk about it, and they'll, like, cut to Rachel, and she kind of, like, and then they have some joke about when she sent her umbilical cord, to Lucy, to John, and he said that his reaction was that beef jerky tasted bad, and then they laugh about that, and I'm like, then they bring out Lucy, honey. Bring out Lucy, and then, like, she does some tongue thing, and then he does some tongue thing, or he does the tongue thing, and she does the tongue thing. It's so cute, the tongue thing. I wish they had done the blinking thing, which, of course, is my favorite. And if they had done the blinking tongue thing, I would have really lost my mind, but just like a... That's all I need, honey. So then it's Ricky, and Ricky's there, and Ricky, I mean, is dressed like one of the Vietnam soldiers that, like, people fought back in the day. It's like green with, like, pockets, it's just like his look he chose that his wife bought him and made him wear. Then we get to Jimena. Jimena's like, he's an idiota, and I threw away the ringa. We have, like, a horrible, like, post scene where Ricky and his daughter go out for ice cream, and the froyo looked amazing on one of the froyo. It was like cookies and cream. Oh my god, get in my mouth right now. But anyway, and then the daughter's like, maybe, like, don't get engaged, think about it or something. God, and it's like, oh, I should listen to her. She's right. And it's like, this is so scripted and fake, A. B, like, why even get your children involved? This shows what shitty parents you are. And why did you think about that? I don't know, before you got on the show, if that's really it. Okay, so many things. I just... drives me crazy. He's just like, the whole time I was gone, I was thinking of you, to his daughter. And it's like, no, you weren't. You were literally thinking of yourself, and then after yourself, Melissa, I guess, and then after Melissa, Hemina. I'm gonna say it wrong, I'm so sorry. After that very stage convo with his daughter and the stupid scene, we just, like, find out that, oh, he's back with his ex-wife that we already knew because this whole thing was fake, that they did to be on the show. But okay, so that. He's just like, at the moment, I need to prioritize my family. It's like the Darcey thing, like, my kids. Very similar Darcey situations, as we'll see. He's just like, he is a liar, like when he said that he just, like, thought of his daughter the whole time. No, you're lying. He just lies to women. That's, like, what he does. Oh no, I'm a good guy. No, you're not. I don't think you are at all. Why? In what way? How have you shown that? Because you pick good places for froyo? I mean, yeah, maybe, but that's a Yelp thing. Then, Jimena is like, I want to thank you for doing me a favor, Ricky. Because I don't deserve crumbs from no one. I am no one's segundo plato y no más. I'm not crumbs. I don't know how to say crumbs, obviously. ¿Cómo se dice crumbs? I don't know. But, pero no. Gracias. Pero no, gracias. Y adios. So then we're on to Tariq. For Tariq's look, he barely escaped a lion's den and then came right to the studio. It is like this horrible ripped shirt. I mean, come on. And then Sean's like, I'm reluctant to getting into people's sex lives, but, you know, the audience really wants to know. But, like, yes, he's gone back and they boned, which, like, we kind of already knew from Dean and the tell-all that, like, they've done nothing but bone, honey. They're been boning. Because even Tariq is like, oh, we thought she was reserved, but, like, once you get her in private, she crazy. She crazy. So then this kind of weird thing happened where it's like Tariq thought that she had gotten pregnant because she said that she may be pregnant, but it could have been a language barrier thing and she was just late. But then like some elder woman in her village, you know, the Angela of her village, you know, like gave her a tea that when like Tariq did a little Google search in parentheses, this tea came up to be like an abortion tea or some kind. Okay. So he got scared and then like, no, she was like, no, it's not that tea. She's like, I was late. Now I got my period. Just kidding. I don't have a baby. Just kidding. They're just gonna bone without like condoms. And she's like already has a kid that she can't pay for. And like, everyone just makes really bad decisions all the time, I guess. I mean, I guess I'm judging. I do too. But yeah, I guess we all make bad decisions. Okay, well. Glad I worked myself through that, you know? So then we get Dean. Dean, like, comes in. Dean was, like, going through a divorce. I guess that's why he was, like, so angry at me and they want to, like, get that passed. But I don't know. He's wearing some sort of cuff on his hand that honestly looks like some sort of superhero costume that, like, one comes together with some other cuff like a goddamn bee would shoot out. So then we're on to Darcey. Okay, Darcey's wearing a shimmer lotion, like, all over her chest, honey. You know what I'm saying? Like, either it's from, like, Bath and Body Works, probably, like, Peach Bellini. You know what I'm saying? She'd be into that. Okay, Darcey's hair is atrocious. And I thought it was bad before, but it's like, I think what happened is she's wearing like a piece on top of her hair that is a completely different texture, synthetic color. Here's the thing, I'm not going to get into it because I already know that it's been remedied. There's no need to look in the past. I mean, we have to remark on it. We have to say it because you watched it and I watched it too and that happened. But, however, shout out to, it's Noura Noor. It's Noura Noor. It's either one of those. Girl, thank you so much for screenshotting and giving it to me. Darcey's updated hair, which is on her Instagram because she will not say yes to me following her, which I know, God bless, I get. Her hair looks great. Oh, girl, I'm so happy that you got that done. And Jesse's an asshole because he should have like given her money to do that before we even like started filming. So we start with Darcey. She's like, I want peace about it. I'm very over it and I'm chilling. I'm cool. Then we see Jesse and I mean, that relationship aged him like I already said, but this is the craziest thing. It's like he put bronzer or dark makeup on his face, not his neck. I mean, he looks bad. And I mean, his outfit is also bananas. It looks like Zoot Suit Riot meets Jack Skellington. Zoot Suit Riot. But also, Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. He brings up her supposed alcoholism and like the fact that she may have gone arrested or whatever with her sister just right away. You know, he's just like his talking point. She's like, I did not get arrested. I had a little silly twin sister catfight, which also sounds like a great idea for like two BFFs slutty Halloween costume, if you want an idea. You and your best girlfriend dress up as the Silva sisters getting in a catfight. I'm too tall for it. I don't have a twin sister. Juan and I think maybe like look a little too different to like successfully pull that off. Or should Juan and I do it? Wait, should Juan and I do that? So then Darcey's like, he did the whole relationship to be in America. She also just keeps saying like, I don't want that around my daughters. And I'm like, oh no. And then here comes the daughters. And then they have a scene, a post scene with Darcey and her daughters where they go and get pedicures. She is like, by the way, going to that pedicure salon, honey, in Louis Vuitton. So I don't know if you're going to get like a real pedicure, if you're going to like walk out in flip-flops or if you're going to get a gel. So maybe you're getting gel pedicures so you can walk out in the Louis Vuittons. I mean, I'm not quite sure. She has an awkward conversation with her daughter. She's like, I want to talk to you guys, but like not go in depth. Like mommy's like, you know, like, remember mommy's like friend, that blonde guy? Well, mommy's over him and mommy's just gonna be like mommy again. And the daughter's like, good. We've seen and heard this so many times. The fact they do this to Ricky's daughter and Darcey's daughter is just near child abuse, TLC. I honestly wish I never saw any of the kids besides Lucy. So then Sean asks Darcey, "Do you still love Jesse?" No, I'm not in love with him. I'm not in love with him anymore. No, he occupies no space in my heart. None of my heart is his no longer. So, it's not a part of my destiny. Not a part of the history of my past, or whatever Angela said. The history of my future. Or my future's history. The destiny of my past. Not a part of any of it. But I wish him well and I forgive him. She just keeps saying, I forgive him, I forgive him. She forgives him and lets him go, honey, like a butterfly. Like what Mariah Carey did in like the early 2000s, you know? And then we get to Jesse and he's just like, "Listen, after everything she has done, I cannot say I love her. I wish this was a beautiful love story that I could tell you. Like the beautiful love story I have seen unfold between my mother, broke down bargain basement Betsy Johnson, and my stepfather. Misogynist, dirty rat, buffoon, weird Johnny Depp, Eurotrash character, father. But then we find out that Darcey's dating again, honey. Dating a foreign 30-something, 21-year-old. And so is her sis, you know? So they're just like double dating abroads, honey. That's going to be one great TLC wedding special. I already see ya. I see what you're doing before you can even throw it my way. I bet the game. Jesse's like, "No, I'm not dating anyone. I have no interest in dating ever again. But if you want to try, follow me at Jesse." I don't know, whatever stupid Instagram is. So then Sean is like, "By the way, well, we're not going to have any Marta or Daya on this tell-all." And it's like, girl, if you hadn't said anything, no one would have even noticed. Because like, what, who? Oh, okay. You know? And they have like, okay, this is the most boring segment. They have everyone come together, which sounds great, and yes, we get into that later on, but this segment happens where it's like they have to be asked boring questions like, how do you fall in love with someone you haven't ever met? And then they're like asking each other scripted questions, like Ricky tries to ask a question to Rachel and like couldn't remember what country John was from. And this is why it was annoying, because it made them seem like they watched each other and care about each other, but like, no, they don't. And so Ricky's like, "So how hard was it for you and John? What country is he from?" Like, "England. It's the easiest country." "Okay, England? Yeah, it's England." "Okay." And then just like trailed off his question. You couldn't even remember it. I mean, he is so dumb. And then Rachel has to answer that question. And then there's this weird moment where like two guys start shaming Rachel for traveling with Lucy when they're all dumb and making dumb decisions. That part was gross and weirdly anti-feminist, and I'm surprised it happened. And I think that Sean should have said something. Like, "All right, Tariq and Ricky, I'm sorry, do you think you're fathers of the year? Do you? Then sit down. Dare you." Rachel's like, "I don't regret anything, shut up." And then Rachel starts talking about other people's like, you know, business. And I think that that's honestly what the producers told them to do. But then Angela just is like, "Well, what are you talking about? You didn't even know anything about anyone or anyone's relationship." And they go at it. And it's a lot of fingers in each other's faces, you know, like fingers in faces. Then Tariq jumps up and then like Angel's like, "Get your hands off of me, Tariq, who are you?" You know, like, boy, you know, then I'm like, "Oh," you know, like a Tariq sits down or something, but it like, you know, it scared me. Because it's like, Tariq handled it the best way possible, which is like sitting down, you know, God bless, because he can't, you know, it's good that he did. She's crazy. And then she's like yelling at, like, you know, Rachel, like, "I am not the one," you know, like, yeah, you are bananas, bonkers, trailer trash. So, makes sense. But at the same time, it's like, she did have a valid point, which is that no one can pass judgment on these people's relationships. No one knows the real story. And yet I'm passing judgment right now. But, or am I making observations about something we just all watched and experienced together as some sort of like group PTSD therapy session to get over it? I don't know, you tell me. Probably a little from column A, a little from column B. She's like, "Don't put your finger in my face. Don't touch me. I'll slap you and I'll fuck you up." And she calls herself a 52-year-old granny. Which, I mean, sounds to my ear worse than elder, but you know, okay. Then Paul, out of nowhere, goes, "Well, the finger in the face thing, that's, you know, if you're incarcerated, you absolutely can't do that. We all know that. What happens when you're incarcerated. I mean, in jail. So I know, don't put fingers in people's faces, because the one time I did that, and there was only one time, because after you do it once, you'll never do it again. The one time I did do it though, I put my finger in someone's face, where actually I was picking my nose, and it got 10 feet within someone who was angry at me, and that person broke my finger and then put it in his butt. And it made me smell it. Okay, so then we have a montage of it's so hard to say goodbye to the person I'm gonna get married to, but I have to leave right now because I'm at the airport. I think it's the eyeshadow and the eyeliner that's like giving me a little life. Anyway, they have a little montage of them saying goodbye and their loving times at the airport. And Darcey starts to cry. And she looks back to see if Jesse's crying. He's not. But Sean catches it. Sean right away to Darcey's like, Darcey, I see you're emotional. And Darcey's like, maybe. And then Jesse gets up and then comes over and they hug. Because I really did love you. I really still do. Can we get back together and go get pizza? I won't ruin it this time. She's like, you'll find your queen someday. He's like, you'll find your king someday. Or you already did. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if that's a lie or not. Anyway, I hope your kid's okay. And that was the end of the tell-all. Thank God. Thank you, God. Because I'm almost out of battery. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this. I am so thankful to you all for watching this video, for clicking on this thumbnail, for liking this video, for subscribing to me. Thank you so much for thinking that I'm funny and for all your kind comments. I love writing back to you. Thank you to everyone who's followed me on Twitter and Instagram and who's reached out to me. Like, I mean, there aren't words that I keep trying to say thank you. I don't know. Just like, I wish I could just send you all a piece of me, like Britney Spears, you know? That sounds creepy. Don't take a piece of me. I need all the pieces for me, but barely hanging on as it is. If you're so inclined, please share this video or post it in different places or tell your friends, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. My name is @Chris L. Farah. The L is for let's take a look. Chris, let's take a look. Farah. I look forward to all your comments and I will talk to you later. Treat each other well, stand up for what you believe, and make art.